All I had in my mind was like, quick, make this 40 minutes because I want to get back out and start fishing again.
Bloody comp on him.
Well, what happens now? He goes, you're going to have to go to North Shore Hospital to the ADU and they're going to have to surgically remove it, like put you under. Just create memories with your children. It goes so quick. Dad, we caught that squid. And then I cut it up and put it on the grill. And the vision was to be able to catch a fish, put it on a measure mat. The AI basically, you take a photo and then the AI takes over and automatically reads the species, reads the size of the fish, and then that automatically updates and goes into a real-time leaderboard, which is linked to your profile.
Well, welcome back to Get the Net. And in this episode, I caught up with Devan Vitali. Now, Devan's a family man who spent a lifetime on the water, but these days fishing means a lot more to him. It's about creating memories with his family and being a part of a community. He's also the founder of the NZOFC, which you will find out about through the show, but I'm sure that he's going to be doing some great things in the fishing community space. We talked about fishing here in the Hauraki Gulf, the amazing ecosystem that it is. This yarn is packed with family, fishing, and a reminder of why we go to sea in the first place. Not just for the catch, but for the moments that last a lifetime. Get the Net. Tight lines, loose lips. Welcome to Get the Net, the Kiwi fishing podcast where the yarns are as wild as the waters we fish. Hosted by Nick, a self-confessed multiple-time member of the Court Bugger All Fishing Club. This show dives into epic stories, top tactics, and the must-have gear from New Zealand's best fishers. Each episode, we chat with legendary anglers about their most insane catches, the techniques they swear by, and the gear they can't live without. Whether you're chasing marlin offshore, flicking soft baits in the shallows, or just keen to learn from the pros, this is the place for real fishing talk. No gatekeeping, just good banter, expert tips, and the odd fishing fail. So grab a cold one, get the net, and let's talk fishing.
Yeah, boy! We got a marlin on! My name's Devan Vitali. 42 years old, family man. I've got 4 kids, 3, 6, 9 and 12. And yeah, love all things fishing, love the community, the friends that I've met and everyone like that. So yeah, just a frother.
Yeah,
just
wicked,
a frother,
man.
mate.
Yeah, it's such a cool, it's New Zealand's largest recreational, sport. So it is pretty special, hey. So, but look, every time when I sit down with someone now, I get to know them and I get to know a bit about their history. And, it started for you fishing locally here in Auckland.
Yeah, no, I'm born and bred Tor Bay, Browns Bay. And my dad used to have a sea nymph in the 90s. And we'd only go as far as Browns Bay Reef. Yeah. And would fish with snapper flashes. And that was my introduction to fishing. And we're catching like 27 centimetre snappers.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that
was
was
back before the limit was 30, right?
Yeah. And that was my upbringing, going fishing with Dad, and that's all I sort of knew was Browns Bay Reef. We never went past Tiri or past Rangi or anywhere like that. It was just very localised.
But I think the Sea Nymph is like a classic kind of Kiwi boat, isn't it?
I've owned one myself. Yeah, absolutely. Sold it to Josh Newman.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Like for every fisherman, there's a moment. There's a moment when, this is my thing now. I'm a fisherman. Do you have a memory when you were a kid? Yeah,
absolutely. Probably not so much as a kid. It was more when I started my own business, and I was in a business partnership with my brother. And once we got the guys ready on site and things were all cool, we're like, well, let's nip off and go fishing for the day. So we actually started fishing with Nick Key.
Oh, yeah. And we obviously interviewed Nick a few weeks back.
I love that episode. Nick's a great friend of mine. And one thing that really just captivated me was his knowledge that he shared with the Hauraki Gulf. And we'd go up the Motahi Channel and go all the way up to Fantail Bay. I'd never been up that far. Yeah. And you're seeing pods of dolphins and you're seeing gannets and just stuff that I'd never, ever seen before. And I'd ask Nick, why are you going here? And he'd say, well, the birds are here and the pilchards are in. I'm like, what are pilchards, man? And he's like, they're the bait, and there's a full ecosystem out here. And before long, we got to Fantail Bay, and then whales come up, and I'm just like, what is going on, man? Like, this is on my doorstep. And we dropped the sliders down and jitterbugs and all that kind of stuff, and we're catching like 15-pound snapper. Like stuff you see in magazines. Yeah. And that was my moment where I was like, I'm hooked.
Yeah, it's actually the Hauraki Gulf is it's a very unique. There isn't really anywhere much else like it in the world where you've got such a large harbour area, and I'm talking about the extended Gulf, so through the Firth all the way up to Bream Bay, where your bottom shelf really doesn't get much deeper than about 70 metres.
Yeah.
And we talked about this with Nick, but a lot of biomass bait comes in, and once it gets into that harbour there, it's stuck. It can't go nowhere.
That's right.
Yeah.
So you kind of follow it. Like now it's coming to spring,
Yeah.
and you can guarantee that they're coming from the north down into the basin, if you will.
So I actually haven't been fishing for a little bit. We had a little baby. So
congratulations, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's
as a father of 4, get ready, mate.
Yeah. Look, we've had a few days where just recently where it's like, oh yeah, this is real. Yeah. It's counting the wake ups in the night and all that. But look, I am. What I'm alluding to is I'm really pumped for this spring. The work ups as they happen out there can just be. It can be some of the most. You feel alive.
Yeah.
100%.
I've been out there, and I was south of Little Barrier, and I could have sworn there was 2,000 birds. They had like this airport system where the birds would just know which. And they'd circle around and just dive down. Then they'd move out the way. They'd get up and they'd do the circle again.
It's actually crazy to think that they don't whack into each other and all of that kind of.
Well, being out on my jet ski, I'm like, do I bring a hard hat?
Yeah, well, actually, my buddy Rowan and I got into a really, really big work up out there. Might have been 2 seasons ago, and there would have been 50 or 60 boats, and it was just like every drop was like massive fish.
So good.
Once they get going, so
yeah.
But I think, tell me a little bit about you've been fishing now quite consistently.
Yeah.
And what have you learned recently? What has been the real?
Well, what I've learned is that you never stop learning. You never arrive. You can talk to someone and be so passionate about something, and then they'll pull it apart a little bit, and you're like, wow, I didn't expect that. So I've just learnt that, one, just to have fun. As a dad, create memories for my children. That's really important. But I'm just consistently learning. Like I try everything. I'm pretty crazy out there. I'll try different lure sets and mix and match them all up and just have fun with it. Really.
Yeah, I love that. There's no guru, right? Like there's plenty of people out there with great knowledge. And what I'm learning doing this project is like I can learn something from everyone.
Yeah. And one thing I love about the community is that you can reach out to the guys like Nick Key, and there's some gurus out there, and I'm on the phone to him. I bug him a little bit, like once a week, like, Nick, I'm going here, what would you recommend or whatever? And he might give me a spot. Nick Key gave me a spot the other week, which he's never given anyone.
Oh, yeah.
So if you DM me for $4.99...
but I get that for free as the host of the podcast, right?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Actually, but it's funny because when I spoke with Mark on here, he said, look, it's not necessarily about a spot, but a situation, because fish move. But it's looking for things like current, it's looking for things like, an area that might hold, and the right time of the day, the tides,
Definitely.
the time. There's lots and lots to getting the perfect storm for actually catching fish. If you've caught bugger all but still love a good fishing yarn, hit follow. We're just getting started.
Yeah, to sum up this is how my approach when I go fishing, whether it's on the jet ski or my mate's boat or that one that I've got with ownership, the big 40-footer for the family. It's so cool. But anyway, I'll typically go up Motahi Channel or head out towards past Tiri and just follow my nose for a bit. And I'm getting my kids, if they're on board on the boat or if I'm on the jet ski, to look out, like any birds or anything. Just tell me if you see a whale spout, and I'll go like 15 minutes and pause and have a glass over, and I might have seen 1 or 2 birds, and I've taken that as a mental note. Or my daughter Alexa might have gone, Dad, there was a dolphin over there, and I plug in for another 15 minutes, just keep going, head out towards Little Barrier, Anchor Right, or Fantail Bay, and just sort of just scanning and looking what's going on.
Yeah.
And before long, if you see like 7 or 8 gannets going one way, that's enough for me to start heading that way, and then you see more gather. And another good sign to see more boats out there too. They're there for a reason. And they're a lot more easy to see than those sort of sparkly gannets way in the background. Yeah.
Yeah, it's oh man, I'm from just thinking about getting out there at the moment.
Yeah, the
super,
anticipation's real, eh?
and super easy when you're out on the jet ski, right? Like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
just, there's the work up gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, which
I've been out there some days, on a work day, and there's been no one out there, and I've just had this whole thing to myself.
Yeah.
And
So cool.
sometimes I just won't even fish. I'll just really enjoy it. Like, I've got pilchards coming under my jet ski. I'm just get my camera down under and just take it all in, eh?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I mean, when you're fishing a workup, you're just pulling one after the other, and as we all know, you got a limit of 7. So just take your time and really enjoy it.
Yeah, I've had my sounder, the shallow water alarm, go off because there's been so much bait.
Yep, likewise.
Yeah, it's pretty cool when that happens.
And you can hear them under the boat sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just magic, frothing. Hey,
Yeah, right.
should we just go now?
Yeah.
Wicked.
Yeah.
And you is there a best day on the water? A day that's just everything's come together?
Yeah. It involves the family actually. It was the school holidays, and we booked the boat for 5 days.
Oh,
And
cool.
we snuck round to the back of like Port Jackson around there, Square Top Island, and I had my kids and my wife, and it's just really cool. You know, as a dad, you bump into older gentlemen like just create memories with your children. It goes so quick. And I really take that in. I take that seriously, and I'm massively blessed that I've got that big boat to take out. And I just love playing cards at nights. And how was your day? And Dad, we caught that squid, and then I cut it up and put on the grill, and it's just that. And catching blue mau-maus and granddaddy harphookers, stuff they've never seen, and they're frothing. They're like, what does that taste like? I'm like, Dad's gonna cook you up a treat.
Yeah, it's really it's a really cool piece to lean into because Kiwis, like, hunting and fishing is kind of our,
It's in our DNA.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And I think because we're a relatively young sort of, nation, really, it's sort of, it goes back right to our ancestry, people that settled or people that were, natives or whatever. Like, it's, there's a real thing around gathering your own food.
Oh yeah.
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 But then, doing that with your kids, like what that does for them, those memories, you know. And there'll be a lot of, I'm sure there'll be a lot of, dads that are listening that really relate to that.
Yeah. I kind of prep them at a young age. So, when it's story time and the wife's like, go off and read a book. I'm like, I don't like reading someone else's creativity. I like getting creative myself. So I'll just tell a story and say, hey, look, we're pushing the boat out. And I'll just make it up on the spot, And we've just gone past Browns Bay Reef, and you've got your line down, and I'll get them to picture it in their head, and and I'll grab their hand and make them go, you're on, wind it in, and they'll do this, and my wife's like, put them to bed, like you're supposed to be calming them down. And I'll be like, what is it? And they're like, it's a kawai. And I'm like, cool. Are we gonna put it back or keep it? They're like, keep it, Dad, keep it. And so, And then now that they're doing it for real and they're catching kawai and stuff like that, that brings a lot of joy to me for sure. Yeah.
It's really cool. It's really cool that that you're able to do that and share that time with the kids.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sort of we're going through the newborn phase right now, and it's really hard because you want to enjoy this. Time, but you're also like, I wonder what her voice is going to sound like. I wonder what she's going to be into,
Yeah.
And so, it's sort of like trying to stay in the moment, but also not get,
Yeah.
but I can't wait till I can, take her fishing for sprats off the jetty.
Yeah, and even just on the jet ski, and tuck her in there and keep her nice and warm, and that's a real buzz. You don't have to go out far, and just get them in amongst it.
Yeah. I've taken best mates his 2 kids, and man, they just froth. They just
they do.
love it.
Yeah.
And so you've also spent a bit of time fishing out west. I mean, we could probably bang on about Hauraki for about the Gulf forever.
Yeah.
But tell us a little bit about your experiences going out that way.
Yeah, so me and my mate Paul, he's got a little buccaneer, and he lives out Helensville ways, and we've just taken a real liking to the graveyard and even the shallow waters, up estuaries and stuff. So like when the tide's going up, you can actually see the banks, and you're fishing in 900 mil of water. Just get the burley out and stray lining.
Yeah.
And you'll get a patch of fish that will come through, maybe like 60 or 80 fish, bang, bang, bang. They're all over half a metre. And then it'll go quiet for like 15 minutes, and then you're on again. And it's just, but yeah, my favourite is definitely the graveyard. There's you've definitely got to have your wits about you. You've got to read the current and the swell and the wind. It can be very treacherous out there, and it's the number 2 most dangerous harbour for a reason.
Yeah.
And so you've got to have all the safety gear for sure. But then when you're out there, the fishing can be, what we basically do is we get there about an hour before the slack tide, and we'll do a bit of drift fishing with some heavy sinkers on, and then predominantly using bait. Mm-hmm. And on that slack tide, we'll drop the anchor, and it's just like a
feeding frenzy goes on.
Oh, and I used to go out there with quite a small rod, like the little noodle rods with like 30-pound braid and 20-pound leaders.
Like a soft bait setup or a slider setup.
Yeah, and stuff that I'd use out at the Hauraki Gulf, and it would just get busted, ripped every time. And now I know there's a lot of sharks out there, so there's probably a high chance it would have been sharks, but there's something in the back of my mind goes, was that my 20-pounder? Because I haven't caught the 20-pounder yet. And you just never know, because, you know, they've got the sharp gills and they've got the sharp teeth and like a big snapper. So that could have easily ripped that 20-pound trace. And when I got back to the boat ramp, I started to look at all the different guys out there, and they've got bigger setups. Yeah, right. So I actually went and saw Mark Kitteridge down at Huntfish North Shore and said, mate, I want to upgrade my game, eh?
Yeah, it sounds like there's a bit of a score to settle out that way.
There is. Yep, yeah. There is. Yeah, that fateful day.
Yeah, let's dive into that.
Okay, so yeah, October 2022. So a few years back now. Really excited to do the Lure Masters with Wayne Downer and Dan. And me and Paul set off from Shelley Beach, crack of dawn, with all our lures on board to go fish the graveyard. And basically, I put one rod down with an orange slider and then flicked out a soft bait. And as that one was going down in about 23, 25 metres of water, the one in Rodney, the rod holder, just keeled over, broke the butt of the rod. Oh, no. And I thought, oh, we're onto a cracker here. And so I'm like, Paul, you were like this, get the net, get the net, get the net. And I wound it up from 25 metres, and it was this beautiful 14-pound fish. And at the time, it was quite early in the morning, and I put on the leaderboard. I think I was coming 5th or something like that. I was like, yeah, come on.
This episode of Get the Net is brought to you by absolutely no one. But if you're a brand out there and you like what we're doing, you're keen to see us keep it rolling, slide to the DMs. We're keen to chat with good buggers like yourself that just love fishing.
Not competitive at all, of course.
I think that there's a lot of guys that hold their photos to the end of the day.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. And so we put it down on the measure mat, took the photos you do, and I said to Paul, mate, I want to get a trophy shot like that. This is a good fish in my eyes. And as I was holding it, it just gave this quick whack out of its tail, and the fish dropped down onto my jeans, and the 3 spikes went into my leg, and I felt it straight away. And Paul's like, "Yeah, right, mate." I said, "Yeah, no, that hurt." And I pulled up my the leg of my jeans, and there's 3 punctured holes in there. Then I looked at the snapper, and the 3 biggest spikes on its back were gone. And so Paul's like, I went to Rangitoto College, and he went to Long Bay, and we've got a bit of a biffo there. He's like, "Come on, you pussy, you rangy," whatever he called me. And he was keen to continue fishing the Lure Masters, and thankfully his dad Colin was on board, and he's like, "Mate, your fat hairy mate over here, he's not looking good. He's getting a bit white in the face." And it's I think because they're quite septic, the bacteria.
Yeah.
He goes, "I think we've got to call it, Paul." And sure enough, Paul kindly took me back, and I arranged for my wife to meet me at Shelley Beach boat ramp. And she took me to the A&E, and the doctors were there, and they were able to get the first one out. They put that anaesthetic around it, so it was all numb. Then the second one, he's wiggling away. My wife's got it all on camera, and I'm starting to squirm a bit, and I'm saying, "Ow, ow!" And he goes, "Mate, you shouldn't be able to feel that." I said, I can feel it down in my foot. And he goes, "That's in your nerve." Oh, so the snapper spike was in my nerve, and all I had in my mind was like, "Quick, make this 40 minutes because I want to get back out and start fishing again."
Bloody compound,
so he's wiggling away for I promise you another half an hour to 40 minutes he said it's just not coming out. it's not coming. The spike's not coming out. I said, what happens now? He goes, you're going to have to go to North Shore Hospital to the ADU, and they're going to have to surgically remove it, like put you under. I'm like, oh, there goes the lure master's comp. And sure enough, they put me under and removed this. It was probably like 2.5 inches long.
And did it get infected afterwards?
No, I think when I woke up, they had all that yellow or pink stuff all over my leg, and they'd really taken good care of it. But that fish I took home, and I think cutting that up to panko fish fingers for the kids was the most satisfying thing ever, because I truly got the last laugh.
Yeah. Oh man.
So definitely take a lot of care when you're holding fish. That's for sure. I learned that. You can take that one for free.
Yeah. Oh man, it's become, like Mark said, it's become this thing now where you catch a big kingy and you've got to have the lure in its mouth.
Yeah.
But the amount of times someone will have a treble on it and the thing kicks, and so I always wear gloves now when I lead or when I handle fish on the boat.
That's a good idea.
It's just I sort of just by default.
Do they have the fingertips cut off or?
Oh no,
no,
just straight gloves. Straight gloves.
How do you use your phone to capture that?
Oh yeah. Well, actually, it's interesting because, I love being in this fishing space, and it's really a bit of a passion project for me. But actually, other than that, video that I took where I caught the marlin on the jet ski, I've really sort of almost avoided filming too much out there.
Oh, okay.
And it's probably I want to enjoy my time out on the water. I want to be out there, and I want to just feel the wind, listen to the birds, watch the white dolphins and the whales, and not be worried about, am I capturing this so that I can show someone on the internet?
Yeah.
Does that?
Oh no, I fall into that trap. As a content creator myself, that's what I'm trying to do. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm always enjoying the dolphins and stuff, but it's an evil necessity, if you will. You know what I mean? Like creating content. But you can always watch it again. After.
Yeah, it's true. Look, I learned the hard way when I was trying to fight this marlin and start my bloody, GoPros, and one was flat.
Oh,
and I was
I
like,
get what you mean. Yeah,
what am I going to do? So that was sort of a bit of a, actually focus on what you're doing.
Yeah. It can get hectic if you've got a drone out and you've got GoPro here and a iPhone there. It can get, I know what you mean there. Yeah. And then audio, just everything. I mean, look what you've got going on here. It's so much to it, the cameras and the thing, to create good content.
Yeah, look at. So anyway, look, I think I really. Oh, hello, dog. Hello, mate.
Lola.
I want to swing back a little bit. You were talking about fishing out Kaipara there and that stray lining on the outgoing. Is there, so what are when you go out there, how do you know this is the spot we're going to go? What are the things that you look for? Yeah,
well, been fishing for so many years, a few people that you can call on, and Paul's got some people that he can lean into, and before you go out, you talk to mates, and if they've been out, and so a lot of it's local intel, and then just give it a crack. Just give it a crack. If it's not firing, you can always move.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't take it too seriously. I don't looking at all the charts and winds and tides and currents. I mean, I know that's important for safety reasons, and for me, it's I don't know. I don't go too deep into it for some reason.
It's good. It's really good. Like, I think that there is guys that are almost scientists. When it comes to all of the factors, and then there are other guys that just like to wing it.
Like even like the moon phase and stuff. I honestly don't even check that. I wouldn't. I've heard it's great fishing on a new moon and leading up to the full moon, but I was out just on Thursday. I can't even tell you what the moon was, but we just slayed it. Yeah. So, don't know.
Yeah, it's very interesting that, like, the more I talk to different fishermen and their approach, it really just fascinates me that it's kind of like there are some things that seem to be fairly consistent. Yeah. But there are times when none of it matters and the fish are biting.
Yeah. A good example of that is I was over at Fantail Bay, and then on my jet ski, and I came back, and I literally put this to the test. I was like, I'm just going to stop here for no other reason than I'm just going to stop here. And I caught the fish of the day.
Yeah.
I think it was about 16 pound or something. I had no reason to be there. There was no birds, gannets, whales, dolphins, nothing. I was just literally, so...
Yeah, just drop the jig and away you went.
How does that make sense? I didn't know what the moon was or the tide or the current. Just
Interesting, eh?
yes, yeah. That's the great thing about it. A kid can just chuck a line over and get a whopper.
It is really exciting when you see that happen to a youngster for the first time. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever had one of those days where everything went sideways? Maybe the weather turned, the fish weren't biting, or you spent half a day towing someone else back to the ramp. Well, that's what the Caught Bugger All Fishing Club is all about. Real yarns from fish shows who went out, gave it a crack, and came here with a story rather than a feed. Thanks to the crew at Glowbite, we're turning a rough day into a win. Send us your best Caught Bugger All yarn, a voice note or a selfie video under 2 minutes, and you'll get a shout out on the show. Each month, one unlucky legend will score a Glowbite cap and a lure to help turn the tide next time. Tell us about some of the stuff you've done with your kids.
Yeah. So my daughter,
if you don't mind, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely no. I've got the AOK from the wife. That's fine. So that same trip we were heading out to Coromandel. It was about 15 knots and it was a bit lumpy, and we saw some gannets, and my kids are like, "We've got to stop," and I'm like, "Yeah, we've got to stop, sure." And my daughter Alexa put down a bottom meat lure, and no bait on it, and sure enough, she caught a 17 pound.
So she's got a bigger snapper than you.
I've got an 18 pound,
oh,
but yeah,
okay.
I'll let her have it. I'll let her have it. Yeah, she's got a bigger one. Yeah, and so I didn't think it was that big because it was so rough and so much was going on, and I was fishing myself, and she's like, "Dad, you got to help me," and I'm like, "No, you can do this, girl. Like, come on, wind it up. You're a big girl." And then I'm sort of looking at the rod and it's keeling over. I said, "Oh, it's a good fish. That's a good fish," and she pulled it all in by herself. Yeah. So that was a real proud moment. And then, Monster Distribution, a year or two ago, they sponsored me, and they said, "Look, we'd love to get Alexa on board. We'll hook up some tackle boxes and some lures, and get her on camera a bit." So that's been really cool. Yeah, to say that my daughter sponsors, a bit of an honour.
And how old is she?
She's 3, 6, 9. She's 9.
Yeah,
better get that right, eh? Mrs. will be watching.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. And actually, you mentioned that having a good tackle box is one of your most important. To talk us through that.
Yeah, well, back in the day, I just had pretty much like a Woolworths shopping bag. I just had everything in there, and So once I got sponsored by Monster Distribution, they hooked me up with a Mayho tackle box with all the different cartridges and stuff like that. Here's one here. Just having a simple box like that with all the...
Just being organised. Yeah. It's
been a game changer, because if you're using little lures or bigger lures, you can... Or targeting kingfish, I've got them all labelled just with a bit of vivid, nothing too fussy, and if we got the sliders on, different weights, if we're fishing in 40 metres and there's a bit of wind, I'll use like a 150 or 200 gram or even a 240 gram.
Yeah, right.
That can be quite helpful. So having them in a box ready to go, it speeds up the efficiency, really.
Well, for me as a jet ski fisherman, predominantly a jet ski fisherman, I mean, I'm fastidious about my gear. Like, it's, everything is, I know exactly where I'm going to pack it on the boat. If I'm taking knife jigs, or if I'm taking slow pitch, or if I'm taking, sliders, or what it is, or soft baits, and each has got it in it. So totally echo that, yeah.
Such a simple thing. Like, you go to tackle shops and they're there, and you just... I don't know how I fish for that long out of a shopping bag. It's just unreal.
You have to see if we can pull us out a photo of the old shopping bag for
I've lost a few off the back of the jet ski and stuff, eh?
Yeah. Old jet skis cost you a lot of money with regards to losing gear.
I remember when I first got it, and I went to my first workup, and I'd been fishing, and I'd seen a couple of birds and stuff, and I'd had all my sliders and what have you. And I went to see this workup, and I just got so excited. Like, I'm a real passionate, excitable guy, and I'm like, seeing all these gannets go, I'm like, get the key on, I'm off, and I'm into it. And then what's happening is these lures are flying around, and I got up to such speed that my chili bin lid went whoof and lost my bait knife and whatever, a few lures on there. Yep. And I made this rule for myself, like, Dev, just give yourself a couple of minutes to do admin. Like, don't race off to the birds or the whales or the gannets. Just give yourself a few minutes, man.
Yeah, look, I think, every jet ski fisherman, when they first get started, they'll have something like that. I lost the chillibin off the back of my thing, lost 4 rods, 4 reels, just, that was in my very, very early days. And, brand new Pat Spirit, very nice split ring pliers that gone, and just, that's just, I've had mates lose GoPros, all sorts. So, there is certainly being organised and being,
Definitely. You save money in the long run, I think. Yeah.
And you got some other stuff on the go at the moment.
Yeah.
You've just been sworn in as the president of a new fishing club.
Yeah, that was quite a cool day. Last Wednesday that happened. So that's an idea that I've had going around my head for a while to create an online fishing club with my mate Paul. And it's just an idea we've been working on it for the last 9 months, and the club's about conservation, community and competition. Mm-hmm. They're kind of the core pillars that we decided were really important to us. Mm-hmm. Obviously the competitive side, that's just, everyone wants to catch a bigger fish than their mate,
It's what makes it a sport, right?
Yeah. And then the community thing as well, that's really important, and getting fresh intel off your mates and all that kind of stuff. And then conservation, that we're learning more as we go, hand on heart, that's the one that we know the least about. But we're leaning into that with some good guys like Scott McIndoe and Legacy and what they're doing. So we're getting behind them. Yep. So just learning, I'm just at like the baby steps, learning about conservation. It's quite a big topic.
Yeah. Well, tagging fish, releasing fish, there's... And look, we've talked a lot about workup fishing, and generally speaking, like, if you're fishing those deeper workups, there's not much conservation going on.
That's right.
But it's about limiting what you take.
Sure. Yeah, taking what you need. That's right. And full fish utilisation too, which we're learning more about. Either smoking the fish and like what kayaker does with the frames and the heads and the fish heads and stuff is really cool. Like that's something. Who wouldn't get behind that?
Yeah. Well, look, the amount of times that I just, if I get a big fish, I definitely smoke that head in the frame and just pick the bones. And to be honest, I just eat it as it is. But you can do so much with it. Remind
me, I've got some fresh kingfish in there, smoked by Bonfire Bob in Arcos Bay. I'll hook you up with a couple of packs.
I'll be keen with some kingfish, mate.
And so the that's the basic core of the club. But on top of that, I was looking at creating an app as well to facilitate the club, and got this real clever guy on board, and we run a few models using computer vision API and stuff that's above my pay grade, if it could read a fish and identify it and measure it. And he had 3 good cracks at it, and the third one worked out.
Sorry, we'll just let the plane go again.
Yeah, right by Dairy Flat Airport.
Yeah, it's actually like a really nice spot you got here, though, mate. So
thank you.
Yeah, it's pretty. I actually decided to take the. I thought you could come around the back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But they've, up where they're doing the new pen link.
Arrowheady Way or something. Yeah.
Closed it, so I got all the way up there and then had to come all the way back down again. But it looks like they're doing a good job with that road there.
Yeah.
So. You caught bugger all out there, but you love fishing yarns, just like us. Flick us a follow, we're only just getting started with this thing. I think he's far enough away.
Cool.
Okay, so you're creating an app.
Yeah.
And you've had to get someone smarter than you to do it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm the king of delegating. Yeah, Stick to your lane, eh? Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I've got a team of guys that are really good with marketing and building apps and that kind of stuff. And one of the key things that I had from... In the vision was to be able to catch a fish, put it on a measure mat. The AI basically, you take a photo and then the AI takes over and automatically reads the species, reads the size of the fish, and then that automatically updates and goes into a real-time leaderboard, which is linked to your profile.
Right.
And then from there you can, catch and release, and you can basically get a cool before and after. And so we're promoting catch and release. Obviously you're entitled to do what you will with your fish, but and so that was a cool way that we can support conservation and competition, because we're actually doing beta testing at the moment, and we've got a handful of guys, and I am now reaching to my phone to see who's in the lead.
See who's been fishing.
It's so that was a vision fulfilled for me to go, oh, this is cool. It's sticky, like you want to come back and you want to see it, especially when you see your name go up in the ranks. And So that's been a real fun process, man. Pioneering something, and like even just looking at the measure mat down here, we've got these unique Aruko codes, which basically triangulate and can get within a millimetre of measuring a fish. So it's really accurate. And so we want this to be the lead thing for people to use for competitions. And that'll be, everyone can use it, you know.
Yeah, it'll be really cool to have something that, you started from, just an idea to go out and be, ideally the gold standard for fishing comps.
Well, I love that.
I
love that, man. Thank you.
Yeah, well, it's not, it's up to you.
Yeah.
It's up to you to make it happen, but I think...
Yeah, well, it's happening. So, like I said, we're beta testing now. We're actually going to be at the expo this week down at the boat Hunt Fish Dive. And
cool.
Unfortunately, the app's not going to be ready right then. It's like building a house, still got to put the roof on and find out the light switches go there or there. But the fundamentals are there, and that's something that's really cool and really exciting, and I can't wait to show people because it's addictive. Seeing your name bounce up and down. But yeah, so probably I wouldn't want to put a time frame on it, but maybe a month or 6 weeks after the show, we should have something. Maybe by Christmas, who knows? But should be pretty kick-ass.
Yeah, I'm sure that the testing and all of that, you've got to make
so
sure
fun.
Yeah.
And just being able to say to our developers, look, this doesn't feel right, and then you'll wake up in the morning and the app's been updated. Hey, fixed it. It's like perfect. That's cool.
Yeah, cool.
And having friends too that you can trust that can actually give you honest feedback. Because you don't want those ones that just say, hey, that's awesome, it's awesome. It's like, nah, that doesn't make sense. It's not intuitive.
Yeah.
Like, when I click on someone's profile picture, I want that to go to their profile, and I want to read about them, and I want to know what boat they fish out of or what have you,
Yeah, cool. And so this online fishing club, hello, mate. Talk us through a little bit about what the, how'd you go? See ya.
Don't you?
Yeah, talk us through a little bit about the how people get involved and what the what you're doing with the community and the membership. Yeah,
sure. So we'll have our own socials like Instagram and Facebook and that. I mean, that's already live at NZOFC _official. So you can go there, and we're doing like a soft rollout at the moment.
Sure.
And once the app's ready, then you'll see us.
Launch.
You'll see a lot of this fat hairy face on TV or on the internet. But yeah, there's tiers to it. So there'll be a monthly where just test the waters, or there'll be a season. So you get allocated 90 days, and then you'll have an annual, which is your best bang for buck, which is I think $150 at the moment.
Yeah.
And then you'll need the measure mat so the AI can read it.
Yeah.
And then you're away. You're away.
And so then those that are out there fishing and on the leaderboards, they'll be in the draws for prizes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So as the competition grows, we'll be able to obviously give bigger prizes away. We're probably going to be starting around about $500 for first place. That's cash.
Cash money, sign me up.
And one day, hopefully we could get like a big car brand to put in. We're dreaming big here.
Yeah.
If we get thousands of people signing up, we can allocate some pretty cool prizes. That's the goal.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it goes well, and
thank you.
Yeah, I look forward to joining the leaderboard at some point.
Yeah, it's a cool feeling, I tell you.
Yeah.
And then after every month, it gets wiped.
Yeah, right.
Yep. So you'll be in the annual, but then say what are we in now? What are we in?
We're about to September.
September.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah,
Fucking September, mate.
So hard to know.
We just start the year.
Yeah. So then October, it'll clean slate.
Yeah.
And then November, clean slate.
Yeah.
So that's going to be really cool.
So month to month to month.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is great for those who get to fish every single month.
Yeah. Well, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, and you don't have to be a really good fisherman. We'll work out ways where spot prizes and photography prizes and stuff like that. So it's not, you don't have to be top of your game to win.
So you can evolve.
Yeah.
What about a kids leaderboard? Have you thought about that?
Yeah, the kids. So what's interesting when you have an app, they're quite strict on ages.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to navigate that as we speak around about. It's looking like 16 is the threshold. Because of social media and because there's a community element, you can comment and
I see.
Sometimes it can be the Wild West if you can comment after 14 panheads, you can get a bit.
I mean we've all seen someone throw a photo up in the
and if you got
Ben Gilman's group and bloody get ripped on. That's not legal. So
exactly. So and it's all new territory that we're pioneering. So. learning so much. It's really cool. And we're bound to make mistakes along the way, as you do, but we're definitely, our team of guys are really keen to get it out to out to the world.
Get it out to the world.
Yeah.
And so I think, pull back a little bit from, what you got happening is really, really exciting, but what's, for you, family, all that kind of stuff, what's the next couple of years hold? What do you think? What are you looking to do? And
yeah, just most things fishing, man. Like I want to take this app, take it as far as I can. There's still the freshwater that we want to dive into, and the game fishing as well. And once that's up and running, like I'd love to hope in 6 months to a year, we'd have a few thousand members on the platform, and then the value proposition is basically taking it worldwide.
Yeah, cool.
There's a bit of a race, with AI, and it's getting better and better and better. And looking at the other apps that are out on the market, ours has got that compelling element with the competition side of things.
Yeah. I guess there is a lot of you're right. There is a real race to tech right now.
Yeah.
Like the amount of tech that I've used, just to get this thing off the ground, it's been so handy. And I think that that people that are using that stuff and are using it effectively, that you're ahead of the game. I feel like I've had honestly like 2 or 3 people working on this project because I've utilised AI.
Yeah. It's a powerful tool, that's for sure.
I wanted to. You mentioned about game fishing, and there was when we talked earlier, there was a marlin that you caught.
Yeah.
Do you want to just take us back?
I'd tried getting that for 5 years. So every summer I'd go see my mate Dan up at Whangaroa. He's like, come on, mate, we've got to get you a marlin. They're firing. Like, there's been so many caught. This is like 5 years ago. Come up, you're not guaranteed, but you've got a real high chance. And we're just out there trolling. They call it mowing the lawns, and we're out there, and and then the next day we're out there, and then the next day we're out there. It's like, okay, oh well, that didn't happen. And the second year, third year, fourth year, and I was just kind of just going, this is not going to happen for me. And I think it was about 2 years ago now when it happened. It was like the last hour of the sun was setting, and sure enough, got a marlin hooked on. We got a double strike, and Clayton was up there, and he was on one rod, and I was on the other, and I landed my first one, estimated about 80 to 90 kilos.
Yeah, cool.
So that was pretty cool. So I can tick that one off, one of the bucket list fish.
Yeah. I feel like game fishing really is one of those. That's the great example of it. You 15 or 20 days over 3 or 4 years. Yeah. For one fish,
Yeah.
It's but that 15 minutes or less of fighting the fish, like, you're free. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And so addictive.
The buzz that you get. I mean, the first day I went out, I was like up on the gunnels, holding onto his boat, looking, and I saw this blue marlin come through, and the girth of it was, I don't know, 800, and I just was like, Dan, look at that. It's like, you've seen your first marlin, and just from that moment was like, that is a magnificent beast of an animal, eh?
We actually, when I was out, my last game fishing trip for the season, I was out, I made some small boat, and we saw one sunbathing.
Oh, yeah.
They're just chilling. I was like, we drove past it with the lures, and like, we could not. But
that's
it was just, it was almost like it was fucking taunting us.
Yeah.
So it does happen, but no, it's really, really cool. So I think to sort of move towards wrapping up, there's a couple of quick questions I want to run through that I have pre-prepared. That, you're the first one that's getting them. So first one, beta lures.
Oh, that's a tough one, man. Lures.
Yeah?
Yeah, lures.
Love it.
Lures.
One rod and reel combo for the rest of your life. What is it?
Speedmaster 25.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're talking big stuff.
Yeah, big stuff. Just,
Love it.
Yeah. Yeah, that can do everything.
Yeah. I mean, it might be a bit overkill on the snappers.
Yeah, but not out of the graveyard.
Yeah, well, I mean, I caught that marlin on a Telica 25, so
Yep.
One piece of fishing advice you'd like to give to someone who's starting out?
Watch YouTube, follow people on Instagram and Facebook, and just learn and ask questions. Be curious,
Yeah, be curious.
Ask why the birds are working here or what's happening, and just look for someone who's killing it out there.
Have you got a bucket list fishing destination?
Probably Probably not really, to be honest. No, not really.
Okay. Well, I mean, like, New Zealand is the bucket list, I think.
Yeah, we've got everything here, don't we?
I
More or
really,
less.
you know.
There's a rooster fish
Oh, yeah.
in Costa Rica, is that
Yep,
right?
Yep.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's getting pretty up there. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's and I tried when I was up in Samoa, it's a GT off the bricks. And unfortunately, I got dusted.
Yeah, they are tough, man.
I'm still a little bit broken up about it. But honestly, like, I'll come back to it. Like, New Zealand, it really is, like, it is the mecca.
It is, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, to answer that question, I'd probably say I want to see one of my kids like get a marlin. That's kind of where I'm at as a father now, and you know, like, it's all cool for me to get all these trophies and or whatever. But I think the joy that it brings seeing the kids catch something is would be my bucket list, to see my kids catch a 20-pounder, hopefully not before me, but probably at the rate it's going.
Yeah, sounds like your daughter's on fire. Do you have a biggest fishing idol or an influence person that you...
Yeah, Nick Key comes to mind. Yeah, just those early days of learning. Like, I mean, bless my dad, he took me out to Browns Bay Reef and catching 27s, and honestly that's what I thought with fishing was, until I saw the magazines with people catching 15, 20-pounders. But I just didn't know, you know. And then going out with Nick Key and learning about the pilchards and the anchovies, and and Nick Key has been very forthcoming with his advice, and he's one of those guys that can ring any time and say, "Hey Nick, what's going on?" Or so
we had a great chat when we did that. You know, we did a deep dive specifically into fishing Kibera lures, you know, and honestly, his knowledge is phenomenal. But it's kind of cool to he's not your typical TV fisherman, you know, which is really, really cool too. He's just a regular old Joe. With that encyclopedia of knowledge.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Oh well, cool, mate. Well, look, I guess we'll wrap there. But look, I'm really looking forward to seeing where OFC goes.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, man.
And Snapcatch. So yeah, we'll check in again.
Cool. Did we want to do some kind of giveaway?
Oh yeah, I think we should. There'll be a giveaway.
Yeah.
We will discuss the
do it on
specifics of it. Yeah, we'll do it on social media, but there'll be a way to win some. We've got some product, and we'll figure that out.
Well, thank you for having me on the show, mate. I've been watching every episode, and it's an honour to be on your show, mate. And I love what you're doing. Just keep it up, and
yeah, thanks. Look, it's
busting out the content.
I think I'll also just say thanks to everyone that does watch, and I mean, if you've made it this, we're bloody an hour deep now. If you've made it this far, thank you so much, and it does mean a lot when people DM me and say, "Hey, I really like what you had to say," and it gives me the motivation to spend my money on microphones and cameras and shit like that to actually get out there and do it.
Totally.
So, and hopefully we'll get out for a fish sometime soon.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll take you out on the boat hotel.
Let's go.
Or jet skis, whatever.
Jet ski. I'm jet ski by heart.
Yeah, man. Awesome. Cool. We're on.
Hey, cheers for tuning in to Get the Net. If you want to see the show notes, which includes the recipes and the gear we've talked about today, head on over to the episode description on Spotify, and we'll catch you on the next one.